Yes, I'm sailing away in the morning. Is there something I can send you from across the sea? From the place that I'll be landing. No, there's nothing you can send me, my own true love. There is nothing I'm wishing to be owning. Just carry yourself back to me unspoiled from across that lonesome ocean. So this is one of Dylan's most beautiful love songs, called Boots of Spanish Leather. So it's a love song that's talks about the end of a relationship, in fact, because the lover who left, obviously from Dylan's point of view, it's the woman who left. She doesn't come back in the end, so it's a little bit sad. Okay, thanks for requesting this one. I did put it in the chat, one of the chats about new music. After watching the new film about Dylan, thought I'd do another Dylan song. Fantastic songwriter, but obviously drew a lot of his inspiration from traditional songs. Here, this one's no exception. It's pretty much the same as the song that he did on his previous album, which was the Freewheeling Bob Dylan, and he did a song called "The Girl from the North Country." It's almost exactly the same thing. Okay. Now I decided just to do the chords and show you the Travis picking arrangement of it. And at the end of the video, I'll show you how you could make an instrumental out of it, which I didn't do, but you'd have to adapt it. Okay, now Girl from the North Country and Boots of Spanish Leather have exactly the same chord structure. And I think the melody is pretty much the same as well. It's a little bit based on Scarborough Fair, if you like. Okay, and he's doing the standard Travis picking. Like that. Okay. Now the tricky thing with the ukulele, having only 4 strings, and I'll just show you on the guitar. Just have a look. All right, here's my guitar. Big guitar. Oops. All right, it's going to come back a little bit. We've got a G chord. Okay, and now like we did in Kathy's song with Simon and Garfunkel, there's a G chord, which I'm going to play with my little finger here. I've got these two fingers here, first and second fingers free, to play the notes C and E. I can't do that on the ukulele because I haven't got enough strings. And obviously, it's kind of like stating the obvious. Okay, so the G chord on the ukulele is D, like a D shape. Okay, so I'm just doing my little finger. Okay, now that's not too bad. I can do that. I can just play do a sus chord like that instead of that on the G chord. Oh, by the way, Dylan Capo's up on the 3rd fret, so it's in the key of B flat. Okay, right, now it gets even more difficult. Is that he plays this shape here, and again, this is maybe Dylan was one of the first people to do this, but you know, every guitarist who learns to play guitar, they always they don't sit down and compose music. Even a big guitarist, they just think, they just wonder what would happen if they move the shape up. So you got C shape, and you got that there. So he takes his okay. So you got the beginning of Scarborough Fair. Okay, and Dylan plays it in the low E. Okay, so what he's got then is he's got E, F sharp, G, D, and E. Okay, now there are 5 different notes because there are 2 E's. And what do you call that? It's not an E minor chord because it hasn't got the 5th, but seeing as there's E and G, I'm going to call that E minor because there's E the root and G the minor 3rd. the F sharp then gives me the second note of the scale, so I could call that add 9. I'm going to call that E minor add 9, but it could be E minor 7 add 9. But I haven't got all those notes. Okay, and the other chord that he plays in the song, is only 3 chords to be honest with you, is D7, so D, A, C, and F sharp again. So F sharp in the bass this time, so it's D7 over F sharp. So this is what it does on the guitar. Into the verse, and then back to that G. Okay. And then he might just go into a proper A minor, I don't really know. And a C chord. And it's pretty, I like it, it's really nice. Okay, how do you do that on the ukulele? Not so easy. So what you need to do then, you only got 4 strings, is find some of the characteristics that would, that would be reminiscent of the song on the guitar, and that's what I'm trying to do here, even though I can't play the full chord. Okay, so I'm going to play the G chord is for the verse. And I'll show you. Let's just go through. So the introduction then is going to start off with that D7 shape. Now what you can see here is I didn't give a chord name to it. I've named it in the verse, but you're going to see this is like wholly inaccurate, because the names that I've given the chords are the chords that are played on the guitar. So what I've got here then is I've got, as you can see in the tab, I've got my F sharp, so I've got it in the key of G, and I've got 2 A's and a G. So it's supposed to be a D7, but it just sounds like that. And you can play any kind of pattern that you want. So now the important thing is it's Travis picking. So my thumb is going to be alternating between the 3rd and the 4th strings, or the 4th and the 4th and the 3rd strings, depending. Okay, because I don't want to play that G first note, because it's kind of suggesting a D chord, even though there's no D in there. And then into a G. Okay, so you're going to practice that. Let's just have a listen if we can. Okay, and you do that as many times. As you want. Okay, and again here, if you look at the picking. So watch my thumb. You can see it's just alternating. The thumb is alternating. And then whatever you want to do then with 2nd and 3rd fingers, or 1st and 2nd fingers. So I'm putting on the sus chord, and then coming off, and then playing this A open. But you don't have to. You can just play the sus. Okay, and I think I've said this before, on many occasions, but if you're going to play folk ukulele, folk guitar, the idea is just to get that thumb alternating, and then picking the notes around, the notes that you want to. Just that thumb going up and down all the time. And I would prefer that you spend some time just changing chords. Just to G, to C, back to G, and D, and back. Just practice that until it becomes really automatic and a reflex. You can do it without thinking about it, and you don't have to follow the top of these kind of things, and you don't have to do exactly what I do. And in fact, when I tab these things out, I play them again, I listen to them, I play them again. I'm thinking, is that what I'm doing? Play it, tab it, check. Oh no, I might change that a second time. So it's never 100% accurate. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go play 4 bars of that G and G sus. So that's G sus there, if you like. Okay, so let's just move along and get into the verse. Alright, so like I said on the guitar then, we were going to call that E minor add 9, or an E minor 7 add 9. What have I got on the ukulele then? I've got E and F sharp, so that's my add 9. I've got B, which we didn't have on the guitar, so it really is an E minor chord, because I've got E, G and B, so it really is an E minor chord there. And I'm going to just half bar, so let's just put that on there. We're going to half bar, half bar, fret 2, half bar, like that. Okay, so you can see half barring here, and that gives me more or less the feel of what the guitar is doing. Okay, and you can start off with the E and play that kind of pattern. And remember to pluck the chords every now and again. Sounds a little bit discordant, but it's sweet. Okay, and then we're going to slide up to this this chord that we had in our introduction. Okay, so I'm calling that D7 over F sharp. Okay, but it's an implied D7 chord because there's no D in it. Okay, there is a G, which is annoying because the G is a sus4, or is a fourth. Okay, and in the instrumental sometimes, between the verses, I might just play this chord and put my little finger there on the C, which is the 7th. Okay, the dominant 7th. That gives me a D7 chord. Okay, just have a listen to that. Let's close that. Just have a listen to. So I put the melody on underneath, and I've got it in a piano format. So just have a listen. Okay, so we're going to go. Oh, I'm sailing away, my own true love. Okay, and then it just continues with the same, but this time we lose a bar of the E minor add 9. Yes, I'm sailing away. So he's going E minor 9, and then up to D7. Okay, so one bar. Yes, I'm sailing away in the morning. Alright, and just keep picking. And then I'm going to an E minor chord and then a C chord. Okay. Is there something I can send you from across the sea? Okay, so just E minor, C. Okay, and then it finishes the same way as it begins. Back to my E minor add 9. Just one bar of each. And it goes down. Dylan goes right down. From the place that I'll be landing. And that's it. And between the verses, if you want, you can just go back to there. Or do whatever you want, or just stay on that chord. Okay. The other interesting thing to note about this song as well is that Dylan's got it in 3/4 time. Although I find that hard to make out, to be honest with you. Go and have a listen to the Dylan version and try tapping along with it. I couldn't find 3 beats, but everybody says it's in 3/4 time. But all the covers I saw were notated in 4/4 time, so I've done mine in 4/4 time. And perhaps the most beautiful example of this song is Mandolin Orange. Okay, Mandolin Orange are, I think they're a duet. There's just two of them. There's a fiddle player and a singer and a guitar player who sings as well, and it's fantastic, absolutely beautiful. So, and what she does as well when she sings is, and you saw that, I'm not a singer and I don't sing it very well, but thank you for the compliment anyway. It's very kind of you. So, oh, I'm sailing away, my own true love. Yes, I'm sailing away in the morning. Now, in the Mandolin Orange version, because it's a woman that's singing it, she goes right up. Is there something? So she switches an octave and goes up. Is there something I can send you from across the sea to the place where I am going. Okay, so what she does then is by shifting up an octave for that middle sentence there, she can go back to the same register for the final sentence. And what Dylan does, he goes, is there something I can send you from across the sea? So he's going down from the place where I am going. Okay, so you've got those two options there. They're both good and correct, if you like. It depends on the range of your voice. So I struggled with that. The thing is with Dylan in B flat, is that it starts too high for me. Okay, so it would have been easier on the low section for me, but it starts too high. Oh, I'm sailing away. Yeah, it's just okay. So capo on if you want to sing in the same key. Capo on the 3rd fret for the same key as Dylan. Or whatever key you choose to do it in as well. Now, I said I'd have a look at the instrumental as well, which I haven't tabbed out because I didn't do it. But it's kind of easy. Play the G chord, lead in, and into the chord. Okay, you're going to play that note D there on the D chord. We've got a note B, so I'm just going to bar and play a D6. And then come up with my little finger. And I'm going to do like mandolin orange to go up. Because the ukulele doesn't have the range to go down like Dylan, because I need a low B. I need to go right down to G. So I'd do a bar D minor up here. And then C here. Back to G. Like that, and that's going to be fairly easy to pick out the melody from that. And if you wanted to, you could do that as an instrumental break as well. So if you're singing it, you can always go. Remember to play that note A when you hit the G chord, back to G, and resolves on the G. And there you go. So it's an easy tune. It's quite sweet. You can make it as easy or as difficult as you want as well. So have fun with that. And again, thanks for the suggestions. I'll do other Dylan songs as well, because a few people suggested If Not For You and what is it? It's Alright. It's Alright. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have a look at that as well. But nice chords in that one as well. So I might do another one in the future, not too distant future as well. Okay, so thanks for watching, and see you in the next lesson.